Are you ready?
Yeah.
For the first question, how can you utilize him on big maps like Lakeside or Circus? Number two, what's the
Mm,
best build for him on different maps? And lastly, when is the best time to use Photo World? I can't pronounce her name, but I hope you can find her question.
yeah, I got it.
Alright.
Um, for big maps, I guess you just memorize all the spawns because usually all the big maps have all their spawns come together for some reason, and I don't know why, but
Mhm,
I'll take it. And for the best builds, usually on small maps
mhm.
or like the tiny arms, I go up down with confined, and the also small maps, but like not that many like windows, I go up down without confined. And then for big maps,
Mhm.
I go down.
Down, right? Trump card.
Hmm. Yep.
For her last
And
question though.
yeah. Press into as many times as you can. Like if you can get that cipher decoding to the smallest average you can, it's more time for you.
Yeah, I agree on that. Is
Mm.
my voice clear? Because I'm not sure if my mic is still working or no.
I can hear you.
Alright. It's not choppy, right?
It's not, yeah.
Alright. For the next question, it's from Mayan. Do you often hit survivor image in camera mode or do you use the camera just to reduce the cipher progress when chasing a real survivor instead? And are there any tips and tricks when using Joseph? Thank you.
For the photo world, you try to damage people as much as you can, chip damage them, but if someone just rescued off of chair,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I guess you could take a photo, but sometimes they'll run into photo world and then it gets kind
Yeah.
of. uh, Tips and tricks. This one I kind of hate when I go against Joseph's, but if you are sitting in Joseph world down or photo,
Mm-hmm.
if you if the Joseph picks you up and you struggle and the photo world ends and the Joseph like drops you without pressing the button to drop you, the struggle time is reset and then you can drag someone across the map and put them in basement.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah, I didn't
you
know
get
that.
some
I used to play
things.
Joseph before, like for one whole season, but I didn't know that. That's nice to know.
It's very. Mhm.
Yeah, you have to show me that trick in customs next time.
All right, I'll do that.
I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but for his first question, how to use double time jump properly. Number two, how can you predict where is the survivor after the fake world collapses? And for the last question, can you do the spawn of survivors on big maps like Lakeside and Leo's Memory? Or is it hard to find survivors in fake world?
Um, for number one, there is a nerf for Joseph Cry. You can no longer do the you use your card and then you go back and then you use your card again. Do that like a
Mm-hmm.
bajillion times. Unless if you have like incredible time, then I don't know anymore. But you for number two, I don't really try to find down survivors because it's better to have them like heal each other
Yeah,
and that'll like
because it's time
stop
consuming for
coding
them.
process.
Yeah, exactly.
But like if you do find them, I mean like I'll take it, but I don't usually try to actively look for them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, big maps, Lakeside and Moonlit. Their spawns are like really clumped together. Like usually in the 2-story building, there's like sometimes there's 2 people there, sometimes there's 2 people in like the tent, and the Lakeside, everyone spawns at Shack for some reason. But for
Yeah, I've
Leo's,
noticed that.
I hate Leo's because everyone is spawned apart and it's so hard to find some. But it's fine.
Alright, for Silverus. It's kinda long, but here it goes. There are some photographers who will willingly not use their camera at the start of the match and will go find survivors first and cheer them when activating the camera. Regarding this, do you think it is an intended strategy for a photographer or is it effective?
I know Chinese server people, like, I've watched a few videos. They don't really do it super early. But the thing is, like, most of the time, if you're, like, in the upper tiers, like Core or, like, Dragon or something like that, you're probably not gonna get a down super fast with, like, a no-presence Joseph. Like, maybe you're super good at downing people, that's possible, but, like, sometimes it's better to use your camera. For me. But, like, then again, it's
Yeah, I would prefer using the camera first to prevent that cipher rush from happening.
Yep.
Alright, for the next question, do you use teleport as your only trait or do you bring trump card?
I use Blink all the time. I can't use anything else for some reason. I can't teleport. Peeper.
Oh,
I
people
don't.
still do that? Peepers and Joseph.
I've seen Peeper Joseph before, but like I'm
Yeah,
like
I've
only
seen
mammoth.
some like in mid-tier like Croc and Sabers.
Yeah, it's a valid strategy in that high tier with the mid tier places, but like once you get high tier, you need that blink.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
for trump card, I'm not that big of a fan of trump card because like my timing is really bad, and then like sometimes I switch to teleport, and then like I never actually end up using it. So I only use trump card on big maps, and most of the time I don't ever actually end up using it. I just use it for the faster carrying on the big maps.
Oh, I see. I mean, I would also do the same, to be honest. Alright, for the next one. I think you mentioned that this one was nerfed, I'm not sure. How does the teleport skill work? Like for example, if you stand in one exit gate and you go teleport to the other gate and come back again and just repeat the process.
Yeah.
Is it still working?
I don't. Okay, so like it used to be 7 seconds, then it turned to 8 seconds, like the cooldown, and then it's now 10 seconds. And like I know some people were able to do it, like Alliance and Wicked, those people. But I never actually ended up learning it, so I don't know how to do it. And now that he's nerfed, like you kind of need to be able to do it while it was easy. But now you just have to have really, really, really good timing to be able to do it. So it's just probably not gonna happen.
So I guess it's still working, right?
Yeah, with like, if you try really hard.
With proper timing. Alright.
Yes.
Alright, for Archangel, she's asking, do you recommend detention? Because sometimes all the survivors at the end have 0.25 damage, making the photographer able to insta-down them without detention.
The thing about no detention is like I'm pretty sure like you there used to be a no detention Joseph meta, and I was never able to do that. But the thing about detention is kind of like if you down someone, but like not everyone is like chip damaged, they might be able to go for the save, and then you might actually like lose or tie on accident. So I'm pretty detention sided, unless if you're like 100% sure you're going to win and that last cipher is not going to pop. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would just bring detention just in case.
Yep.
Alright, for the next one. How do you know where the survivors are or where they are heading?
And I don't see.
This is a... Did you see the question?
Yeah, I don't see.
You're kinda choppy. What was that? Sorry?
Oh wait, no, I found it. Don't worry about it. It's how do you know where the survivors are, right? Alright. I don't really know. Like, there are some places that people will, like, hide. Like, there's some certain places you could, like, try to go for, and sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I know there's, like, another that, like, specifically asks that, so I'll just answer that later. Usually, if you're, like, the survivor and photographer downs you, he's about to put you on chair. Usually my best advice, I am not a top tier hunter, not survivor.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't play this game. What are you talking about?
You're lying.
but like usually I would prefer to check Photo World real quick, see where the Joseph is heading, where he's gonna probably put you on chair, and like go find a corner somewhere and like get down there. Usually it's really good to have communication when like you're going against Joseph, so that you can have someone else heal you real quick so that it doesn't find you down. But one of my biggest tips are do not hide in hospital if you get down, because you're going to get
too obvious.
I know, like, some people just do it, and I'm just like, I mean, like, I guess I'll take it, but, like, just don't do that.
Yeah. Alright, for the next one. What's this? When the game has started, do I have to use the camera, or do I have to wait 15 to 20 seconds? I think you have answered this already.
Yeah, just find a camera as fast as you can.
Alright, for the next one, you kinda answered this, but I'm just gonna read it just in case we miss something. As a pro Joseph main, how do you find the survivors from the beginning when the photo world ends? And is it better to focus on photo world, or is it better to use photo world to jump scare survivors in the real world? Second, how can you utilize his second skill to be more useful? And if you know the long teleport trick... Oh, you already answered this. Never mind. So just answer the second question, I guess.
Alright. For the first one, you just memorize spawns. For the second one, I would say it's better to focus on Photo World, because, like, even a full presence Joseph isn't, like, that hard to kite. Like, I guess you can go back, prevent looping, but, like, it's not super hard to kite. Like, from my opinion, I see from people bullying me.
Like who?
Moo.
Moo. Moo is a booty.
Christ. Plus nerf. second skill. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this because, like, if you tap the second skill, it'll point you to like the exact direction where survivor is. That's like one tip. It's like it's kind of duh, but like some people didn't know about it, so it's just a major game scene.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
And
only found out about that trick was because of Blue Race Car.
I know, right? I was like
Yeah,
watching it, just like, wait a minute, what?
that was like 4 seasons ago, though.
All right, memories.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Hannah is asking, is he good to use in big maps like Moonlit River Park or Ever Sleeping Town? This is actually a lot, so you can answer them one question at a time. Alright, just answer the
All
first one
right.
first.
Big maps, Moonlight, Lakeside, you can win. But like, if you're not a one trick like me, probably maybe play someone else. But like, you can win it. Ever Sleeping Town, never play Joseph ever on that map because it's so big and you will never be able to find anyone.
And that map is not in rank, so.
Thank God.
Number 2, can I know what Oh, you already answered this regarding the persona. Number 3, Blink or Peepers, it's Blink 4. How did you know where will the survivor will go when you enter the camera world? Have you answered this?
Well, at
Ish?
the beginning, yeah, it spawns, but like in the middle of a game, you kind of just memorize where people are going and probably where.
Yeah, that's about it. And for the last question, how big is his hitbox? Because sometimes I tend to miss my head towards the survivor.
His hitbox is like whack. It's big, but then again, it's like small at the same time. I don't know what's going on. Like, you can run behind him, and then he, like, you could literally be straight up in front of him, and then you miss. And then it's like, what kind of game logic is this?
Maybe it's because
Just
of his sword.
go and
It's not sharp enough.
no, he needs to polish it more.
Alright, that's about it. Thank you, Tosyo and Bloop, for answering my question. Alright, moving on. Alright. He's asking, explain to people that Papa Joseph ain't gay.
uh, he's dead. I
He's
don't know
what?
how to
He's
answer.
what?
He's dead. In like the lore, he like died from like some type of poisoning or something.
Oh.
Because of I don't know what's going on, but like he's dead, and I'm just gonna like assume he had no relationship status. So.
Next question, is Joseph gay? Yeah, it's from another person.
Ask him.
Alright, next one. Oh, it's not a question. Alright. King Salmon is asking, do you activate the second camera world as soon as possible or wait for them to finish their first cipher first?
I'd say activate as soon as possible because sometimes things happen and they abandon like a almost completely primed cipher, and you're gonna just try to prevent those ciphers from popping.
Yeah. Fair enough. Alright, another question that I think you've already answered. How to guess where the survivor is when you're in Pig World?
Spawns and guess where they're going.
Yeah, just check my spawn point guide, guys. Just kidding. Alright, Monstrous Roning is asking. It's the same question actually. How to find survivors in Photo World early game, especially in big maps. I already answered this. Hmm. This next one is he or she's asking why is Joseph's hitbox too wonky?
Uh, he has sword, and sword is straight.
But you know, he used to have a good attack speed, right?
Yeah, he
Remember
used
that
to have,
before he
like,
got nerfed?
yeah, and he had like a Wu Chang size, white Wu Chang size,
Yeah.
like hitbox going on. You hit people.
Alright, for the next one, when do you turn on your camera? What made you start playing Joseph? And lastly, is the Azrael skin the man behind the slaughter?
Um, turn on camera as many times as you can, as fast as you can. Uh, One day I was bored and I was like, let's play Joseph, and here we are. And
Top one. Yay.
Israel skin is best skin. Fight me.
Wait, sorry, what? I didn't hear you.
Israel skin is best skin. Fight me.
Alright. I think the best skin for him is the D tier skin, the pink hair Joseph. Just kidding. Alright, which survivor is the most annoying for you and how are you dealing with them?
It's surprisingly not Doctor. It's
Oh,
Barmaid because she can heal when she is like decoding, and that's like incredibly annoying, and that does not waste any time whatsoever.
imagine
Usually,
Oh, sorry. Just go on.
okay. Usually, for barmaids, you kind of just keep playing normally, and hopefully they don't heal that one chip damage to mercenary.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And also, barmaid plus seer. That's so
Oh my
annoying.
depression.
Depression. Alright, Katsu is asking. I would ask, should I one hit in forward or should I always down the survivor for the first skill? And what depends and what should I or not like maybe your ability or map? And also how to use the second skill effectively. Should I try to cut the way of the
Hmm.
survivor's transition or just go back?
Uh, for if you find like the first person you find, you try to down. If they're a mercenary and you like spot someone really close by, I'd say chip damage that mercenary if there's like not a doctor and not a barmaid.
Mm,
Chip damage mercenary, down the other person. But if you like find someone that's not mercenary, down them, put them on chair, find another person. Try to guard that chair because sometimes people will rescue people from the chair. But like you can down mercenary because he's like super hard to heal. Like it's valid to do it, but it's usually better to.
yeah. I hate it when
Or
Joseph finds my image and I'm using first officer. I can't even save after that.
Joseph OP.
Mm-hmm. Joseph OP. I think I know your answer for
No.
this one. How do you
Alright.
counter kiting survivors?
Um.
Blink.
try to cut off transitions. They usually try to kite you, bring faster pallet breaking speed. It's usually just getting lucky with people when you're like trying to down.
And also blink. Don't forget blink.
Yes, blink. Blink OP.
Pikachu guy is asking, oh, you already answered this. Do we need to use detention? Number 2. How do you camp with him, considering he doesn't have a skill to help him camp? Except for the card.
Sure. Card trick OP. I usually bring Wanted Order. I think that's what it's called. And sometimes you get lucky and you see the mercenary. What's super strong about Joseph is he take down a mercenary in 2 hits. So if you get a really lucky hit on mercenary when he's going to save, and then you can get another hit, you just like won the game.
Yeah.
But usually that doesn't happen. You can hit them once,
it doesn't
but
happen often.
yeah, unless
Especially
something
seeing
weird
the attack
happens.
speed of Joseph. Alright, for the last one, and what if you already used your camera and it's back up already while you're mid-chasing someone? Do you use the camera or take down the survivor?
It depends on the situation, kind of. Like, if it's, like, early game and, like, you're chasing a full health seer with Owl, yeah, probably use camera. But if you're, like, super close to downing this, like, dead person, down them real quick, use camera, put them on chair, kill.
Yeah. I would do the same. Jules is asking, why is his hitbox so unpredictable?
I don't know. He's just a stick.
Is it good to bring Wanted Order with him at all times?
I try to bring Wanted Order, but it's not like super strong because like if the Wanted Order goes on to like some random enchantress decoding, it's not really helpful.
Yeah.
It's like
that's like
kind of
always.
I know, right? It's just. But I do try to bring that one trait. I don't know what it's called.
Berserk.
Where you can see the survivors after the last cycle.
Oh, I know that. I also forgot the name. Yeah.
Just
I sometimes bring that as Hunter.
It's like it helps us Joseph because you can like know if you have a photo world up and you got people chaired, you know exactly where everyone is, so you don't really have to worry about like losing the match unless if you have like 4 people and nobody's dead on chair. Usually like you can kind of get the tie with that trait or skill.
Yeah. Alright, for the next one. What's this? Bloop. Take if the L and it becomes boop. Which part of my eye? What? Alright,
Question?
It's not a question. Next one. How to jump scare people?
Use first skill on popular ciphers. I know there's one, like the ones in Arms Factory, in the factory, they're like really easy to jump scare with. Like you'll get at least a hit, but it doesn't have to be like a terror shock. Like a hit is. But like a lot of the times, survivors will like know that you're coming because apparently you can hear like Joseph's breathing through Photo World, and I like
he has COPD. That's why. He
Man
has breathing problems.
needs to go to the doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Or I can assess Joseph. I can auscultate his lungs. Alright, that's the last question.